Hi, this is Olaf. I'm back, and this is episode 1 of my 2024 season. So we could say it's episode 1 of my Road to Kona 2024, hopefully. But first, it's my episode 1 for my Road to Texas 2024. Here we go. Alright, so 2023 was in some sense a really shitty year, in another sense really good year. It started off with lots of injuries and not really having fun. First was my knees. I fell down just before Kona. I was on the sort of a small bike that we bought in Kona, and I had pushed my TT bike with one hand, and I just fell over, twisted my knee, and then did the race on it, and that wasn't so great. And when I started training again in January, it was just painful. And I couldn't really run. I was supposed to do 70.3 in Panama, I think, early 2023, but that didn't happen. So the whole first part of the year was not good due to injuries. Calves as well were not so great, and I just needed a break, to be honest, as well. From 2022 was such a fantastic year. Mentally, the 2 world championships, 2 podiums, 1 win, was just a lot, and so I think I needed a rest, and then I decided to do here local races in Martinique and in the Caribbean, and they actually went super well. So I did 3 races, and I won them all overall. So one was here in Martinique, was the M Olympic distance in Prêcheur, which I won, so that was really pretty cool. And then I flew over to Saint Martin, another island here in the Caribbean, and I won overall. I beat the local guys. They were the entire race, just a couple minutes behind. So that was quite a nice surprise and beautiful setting as well. And then finally, there was the Guadeloupe tree, which was I think has quite a huge budget, one of the biggest budgets here in the Caribbean, except maybe some 70.3, or there was one 70.3 Ironman race in Puerto Rico, but the local islands here definitely biggest budget. It's in Guadeloupe, and there were some pros who were there in the past who won it. Leander Cave, Guillaume Romain, and so no pros obviously this year since I won it, but it was super tough. It was hot, middle of the day, it was only sort of 70.3, but it was just hell. And I was last 20k basically on the run. The entire run was just a pain, and super slow at the end, but the others were suffering. I went really fast on the bike, and everybody else pushed to sort of keep up or keep me in some kind of distance, and so and it was lunchtime run, so it destroyed sort of everybody else, and so another fantastic result. So that was cool. I was still struggling a bit with my calves, but got that control at the end of the day of the year, and so 2023 mixed, great results. Definitely a rest psychologically. I finished sort of the renovation here of our new house, and so was ready to attack some new great and ambitious objectives for 2024. Right, so for 2024, I have some great plans. So number 1, sport-wise and triathlon and Ironman-wise, with Kona and Hawaii coming up again, the plan is to qualify and to do well there. I mean, obviously 2022 I was finished on the podium, fourth place, so that's another salad bowl that I'm very proud of, and that was pretty unexpected because the entire preparation I had calf problems, and I didn't do a single run where I didn't alternate running and walking, sort of 1 minute 1 minute. So even going to Hawaii when I was in Miami and did a stopover, I was just trying to run a little bit on the treadmill, and my calves seized up right away. So I really thought it was going to be a disaster. But the fact that it actually did turn out super well. It was a pretty slow run, 3 hours 30, but walked the 8 stations the entire second half. I thought, I had no idea where I was actually. I thought I was already, because some people were passing me definitely, but there were other age groups apparently, which is hard to tell, with the visits, etc. So during the race, until a few Ks before the finish, when I saw Maggie and she told me, hey, actually, I was, I think, third, or just somebody passed me, so I was third or fourth. So she gave me a big kick in the butt, saying, hey, you better finish this strong, and don't mess the podium up. So so that was really cool, and gave me motivation to try again, to do Kona with a good preparation, uninjured, and so that's really the objective for this year. So first need to qualify in. So the plan for that is to do it in Texas in April. I'm going to do 70.3 Puerto Rico in middle of March, which is already 2 months away only. And so I'm really looking forward to this. Qualification is not going to be that easy. I always qualify, so touch wood. I have always qualified in the past, but because they announced this Nice thing after there were already some people qualified, so that gave the option to some to again postpone to Kona this year, which means that there are only half the slots available than usually. And so that means that most races there are only 30 slots, which means that you have to win your age group if you want to go to Kona, which is obviously never a guarantee. You never know who's going to show up. But Texas, because it's North American Championships, they're going to be 50 slots, which means normally podium should be enough, and podium, again, touch wood, you never know who's going to show up, but should always be sort of the objective and achievable. So that is the plan A, and really getting excited for that, and I can't wait to get into real training. The second project that I've decided to take on is to organize a cool race here in Martinique. Started that 2 months ago, have put enormous amount of work into the project, of time into the project. It's always quite amazing how difficult it is, the smaller the places are, to really get everybody on board and sort of pull in the same direction. But I'm an Ironman, and so I can take on adversity any day. And so this is a really cool project to develop the triathlon here, to create one of the sort of flagship races in the Caribbean, to have a race in a place that's just beautiful, amazing, with hotel right next door. I mean, really the kind of race that you want to have when you travel and do a triathlon. So first year it's just going to be Olympic distance race, and so we're going to see, but I have a top 50 in the world pro who's French, who's coming here for 3 weeks to prepare for Hawaii, who's going to do the race. I'm talking to some Germans to basically invite some German pros or really elite age groupers to make the destination, etc. Also well known in Germany, and so we have big plans. You don't need that much money, and I already found lots of sponsors who are excited, and so can't wait. It's first time organizing a race. We're doing that with the Triathlon League here in Martinique, which has organized races before, but at the end, it's it's a project which is something that I do, and I love getting things done, and I'm really excited about this. You can check it out on the website, also on Instagram, so have a look, and if you could join and come, that would obviously be totally awesome. All right, last update is training-wise. So where am I now? So I don't remember what these. I had some pretty cool objectives always. But I think the objectives were always number one: don't get injured, stay injury-free. The most important one. Do the slow stuff slow. And I don't remember what the third one is. I have to check. But I'm definitely not injured. I've been starting to run really well. We built it up, slowly, being really careful. I did today. I ran a half marathon, real easy. When I get at a stage where I can run 5 minutes per k pace or slightly better, and feel really comfortable. We did 1 hour 45 with Maggie on the bike next to me. Well, that's already, then I really get sort of in the Ironman form. So that's really cool. So injury free. I have a few niggles. My knees sometimes still a little bit sore, but that's fine. My calves are really good. I had some issues with the Achilles tendons that were quite sore since last summer, but that's why we were pretty careful to build it up. But I'm now finally at a stage where I'm pain-free. When I get up in the morning, I have no pains, and so that is pretty awesome. So still being careful not to overdo it, but that's good. Swimming, well, I'm not at a stage or in terms of volumes at what I did in 2022, where I regularly swam 20k, at the moment I do 3 sessions of 4 to 5k. So I think I'm at what did I do? I did 4.8 this week and 4.3 and 4. So that's I'm at 13k at the moment and feeling quite good. I'm really doing sort of 2 sessions in the gym, which again helps for the swimming, definitely injury prevention. I still do a lot of sort of calf raises to make sure that I'm careful with my tendons, etc. I'm gonna start the physio again next week, once a week, just to do a little bit of TLC and injury prevention, etc. So injury is really pretty cool. On the bike, I did I did 4.5 hours last week. I was supposed to do 5 hours this week, but after an hour I had a flat. I actually thought that on my new bike, on the new Scott, I had tubeless, but actually there was a tube inside, sort of a silicone tube. I have to see how I prepare actually that for. At the moment, I'm just going to leave tubes inside as long as I train. It's obviously much easier to change, and then we will see later for the race what kind of prep we do at the shop. So we did over 20 hours this week for the first time in a long time, and so training going well. Now I have an easy week coming up, and And then yes, when I had the flat yesterday, maybe just one thing. I found somebody. So I basically asked somebody to, hey, can you please pick me up? And thank God, after 2 minutes, somebody stopped and even went out of his way to drive me back to my car. And then got home and then did the last 4 hours on the trainer. Which was quite painful, but I got it done. So training at the moment is all green. I had a few weeks over Christmas where I was sick, and then what was it? I mean, it's several things where I didn't feel so great. At one stage, I had a ear infection. My dad died a couple of months back, so in December, early December, I just had to go urgently to France. So more on not so great things that happened, but this was a good time. And now, in terms of being able to focus on what's coming in the coming weeks, I'm cautiously optimistic. I'm happy to build stuff up and get some long hours in, and can't wait to see how it's going and start the videos again. So let's see how it goes. Cool, you made it until the end. Thanks for that. Thanks for watching. As usual, any comments, questions, don't hesitate. Hopefully I can keep this up in order not to forget what the priorities are, in order to think about, okay, am I really where I'm supposed to be, and am I doing what I'm supposed to be? That's really what the series in 2022 helped me with, and so that's the objective here again. And if I can, inspire you and give a few tips so that things work out well for you too, then all the better. So stay tuned and take care.